If you met me 4 years ago and asked me to believe in magic, I would tell you that the world is too cruel for that. I would go on and on about how bad things happen to good people, and there can never be room for magic in any capacity in a world like that. I would then give you a rundown of everything that needs to be fixed before anyone can have the comfort of believing in magic. Hopefully, by this point, you would start second-guessing your own beliefs in magic, or at least never speak of it with me. I know, a classic 18-year-old being so angry at the world for not always making things easy. And I think somewhere I still am. There are still moments when I find myself filled with rage over the things that went wrong, or things I could not have any control over. To be honest, I think I'm someone who, over the years, has become very inclined to just predict the worst. You know the movie character who is always going over the worst case scenarios? Yeah, I think I'm her. The life I've led has changed me into someone who is always vigilant. I'm constantly looking for threats and preparing myself to fight or flight. And trust me, when you are always looking for something to go wrong, for the other ball to drop, it can get a little hard to believe in magic. And I don't mean magic in the I can make you fly way, I mean magic in the good things can happen to good people way. Now, I hate being wrong. I really do. But only because of how beautifully I was made to reconsider the belief that the world is not magical, I will be honest and admit that I was in fact proven wrong. 4 years ago, I experienced one of the lowest moments in my life. Away from my family and without a strong social circle, I had subconsciously started preparing myself to fight the fight alone. But the truth is that I was 18, a first year in college, and I just needed someone to hold me and tell me that I'm not alone. However, at the time, I was just trying to pull it together. I told myself to push through. Don't cry. Don't talk about what happened. Don't give it any attention, and you'll be fine. But I was slowly crumbling inside, just waiting for someone else to see me and lend a hand. I needed someone to see me, to really see me. You know when someone does more than just look at you and suddenly you don't feel so alone? Yeah, I needed that. I'd started giving up on the possibility of that happening when I got an email from Dean Reese. I'm in my office if you want to talk. I burst into tears and ran to his office, which was at the time in Lane Hall. I took over his entire office hours time slot, if not more. In the first 10 minutes of this meeting, I told him about what was going on, and then I just cried. Dean Reese handed me a box of tissues and just sat with me as I sobbed my eyes out. When I left his office, I still had a lot to figure out. Everything was not suddenly okay, but something in the air around me had shifted. I felt held. I felt taken care of. It was almost as if someone had waved a magic wand and added love and warmth to my life. Now that I reflect on my Bates career, I can think of many other instances where I completely took over Dean Reese's time, sobbed in front of him as he just sat with me and watched me finish all the Kleenex in his office. He has been there for me through some of the hardest moments in life, but has also never failed to celebrate me. He has not missed a single one of my theater productions, presentations, Bollywood dance performances, and concerts. No matter how big or small the occasion, Dean Reese and his beautiful family, Soni, Ayanti, and Ishan, have never failed to add joy to my life. College was not the most linear experience for me. There were many highs and many lows that often made it hard for me to get back up. But when I was ready to get back up, Dean Reese would always be the first one to make it known that I could always lean on him. Dean Reese, you are my magic wand. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for the utmost care and affection you have towards your students. And most importantly, thank you for being the man you are.